لبيك لبيك لا شريك.
National HAJJ Commission has made the necessary for your comfort.
The preparation is very good.
I'm very happy, extremely happy, because this is my first time.
And I prepare to follow the rules and regulations given to me.
اللهم لبيك لبيك لا شريك لك لبيك إن الحمد والنعمة لك والملك لا شريك له. لبيك اللهم لبيك لبيك لا شريك لك لبيك لبيك والنعمة لك والملك لا شريك لك لبيك اللهم لبيك.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuhu. Welcome to this episode of Ask You Answer the Call. Glad you could join us on the program. I am Rashida Abubakar, your regular host. Pilgrims Enlightenment is one aspect of the Hajj operation that is taken seriously by the National Hajj Commission of Nigeria, NAHCON, and its key stakeholders. This is so because it touches on the do's and don'ts of the Hajj as it relates to Hajj rights and the conduct of pilgrims. In the Spotlight segment of the program, we shall look at how the Enlightenment program are carried out in order to prepare pilgrims for a successful Hajj. In our Making the Hajj segment, we shall be discussing one of the pillars of Hajj and Umrah, which is the Tawaf, or the going around the Kaaba. This is in addition to our regular segments such as NAHCON News Diary, the quiz segment, and the feedback. Stay with us.
لبيك اللهم لبيك لبيك لا شريك لك لبيك.
Welcome back and thank you for staying with us. As usual, we'll begin the program with the News Diary.
The National Hajj Commission of Nigeria, NAHCON, has constituted 2023 Hajj Medical Screening Committee.
To hereby inaugurate this committee and wish you the best.
NAHCON Commissioner of Operations Alhaji Abdullahi Magaji Hardawa inaugurated the committee on Tuesday, the 14th of March 2023 at the Hajj House. While outlining the committee's terms of reference, Alhaji Hardawa advised the committee to discharge its responsibilities without fear or favor.
Terms of reference given to the committee, first and foremost, we are expected to determine the overall implementation strategy to the medical operation in order to promote teamwork among all the health workers and ensure synergy prevails in the operation. Two, you are to identify the clinics, all these places where clinics could be sited in the holy city of Mecca to support the 2023 Hajj operation.
Other terms of reference are to screen and select applicants for 2023 Hajj services, organize orientation programs for the national medical team, and to ensure the registration of medical supplies permit on the e-track system. Chairman of the committee and NAHCON Commissioner of Planning, Research, Information, Statistics and Library Services, Sheikh Suleiman Momu, thanked NAHCON for trusting them with the job, saying they will justify the confidence.
We did it before. Last year, we will all agree that the Hajj operation, the medical services rendered during the last Hajj operation were very much successful. As a matter of fact, we were judged by the relevant authority that our medical team was the best. It was the cooperation of all, and Allah willing, we thank you for giving us another opportunity. We hope to do more, inshallah.
Also, speaking at the ceremony, the Commissioner representing Federal Ministry of Health at NAHCON, Hajia Zainab Ujud Sharif, identified key areas that, when improved, will make their work less cumbersome.
We need to strengthen our emergency response team from what we know. And of course, I hope the
upgrading and ensuring the performance of the EMR to make our job easy, and of course the availability of medicines and other related commodities. It's something that we are happy. This early inauguration will make us to be able to deliver our assignment precisely, both onshore and offshore.
Ahead of the 2023 Hajj, the Lagos State Pilgrims Welfare Board has enlisted the support of Nigeria Immigration Services for processing and issuance of passports to intending pilgrims from the state. This was part of discussions when the officials of the board, led by State Permanent Secretary, Ministry Home Affairs, Mrs. Lolade Aina, visited the Lagos State Command of Nigeria Immigration Services. Welcoming the officers of the Pilgrims Board, the Passport Control Officer and Assistant Controller, Mrs. Gladys Chukwudu, assured them of the command's readiness to make passports available for intending pilgrims for the forthcoming Hajj. She said applicants for the e-passports must ensure that the name they filled in the immigration online portal is the same as their information contained in the National Identification Number, NIN. Meanwhile, the Kaduna State Pilgrims Welfare Agency has kicked off training and enlightenment programs for intending pilgrims from the state for 2023 Hajj. Emir of Zazzau, Ambassador Ahmad Nuhu Bamali, inaugurated the program recently in Sabangari local government area of the state. While making his remarks, the Emir said pilgrims awareness program are crucial to the success of the Hajj exercise, calling on intending pilgrims to participate actively in the programs in order to know how to perform Hajj. He further advised prospective pilgrims on the need to understand the do's and don'ts associated with the international travels so as to be on the right side of the law. Speaking during the event, Executive Secretary of the agency, Dr. Yusuf Yakubu, said the agency has introduced new strategies to ensure that pilgrims are receiving uniform message from Islamic scholars and other stakeholders during the enlightenment programs. Other stakeholders who spoke at the event included representatives of the Nigeria Immigration Service, Nigeria Customs Service, as well as National Agency for Food and Drug Administration and Control, NAFDAC, among others. Highlight of the event was the commissioning of newly constructed Enlightenment Hall at Sabangari local government by the Emir of Zazzau.
Alhamdulillah. If you're just tuning in, the program is As You Answer the Call, sponsored by the National HAJJ Commission of Nigeria, NAHCON, to keep you informed about the activities of the Commission and other Hajj-related matters. Over the years, educating pilgrims on Hajj rights and other related matters has been identified as one of the key factors of a successful Hajj operation. It is in keeping with this tradition that NAHCON and other stakeholders are adopting various measures towards making sure that pilgrims are well informed. Our Spotlight segment will discuss these measures and how they impact on pilgrims and the entire Hajj exercise. Stay with us.
لبيك لبيك اللهم لبيك 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 اللهم لبيك 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 اللهم لبيك لبيك لا شريك لك لبيك.
Pilgrims' education and orientation will soon take the center stage as the 2023 Hajj exercise approaches. The National Hajj Commission of Nigeria, NAHCON, and its stakeholders are not relenting in this drive because of the importance attached to the exercise. The idea is to acquaint and prepare intending pilgrims with the spiritual and civic demands of Hajj operations. Zikrullah Ibrahim of the Pilgrims Education and Orientation Division at NAHCON explains more.
They are going to Saudi Arabia. They are going to different land. So how to behave there, again, also is very, very important. So we have to educate them in how to perform the work that they are going to be there, that is the Hajj. Then how to behave there, that is the civic. So these are the two areas that the National Hajj Commission has to enlighten our intended pilgrims.
Consistent with its policy to educate pilgrims, the National Hajj Commission of Nigeria is training scholars who are in turn will educate the intending pilgrims. To this effect, NAHCON has distributed its officers to the 6 geopolitical zones of the country to engage scholars in what the commission termed Train the Trainers.
We have to go there to train their own malams there, their own scholars. So each and every state will gather their scholar use for the orientation during this their orientation and enlightenment pilgrimage. And now we in National Hajj Commission, now we train those malams what they are going to train their intended pilgrims. So this is what they call train the trainers.
The Islamic scholars, on their part, are expected to guide pilgrims on how to perform the Hajj and the rites associated with it. These include how to assume the state of Ihram and declaration of intention, understanding the do's and don'ts of Ihram, knowing the other pillars such as Arafah, Tawaf, and Sa'i, or the walk between Safa and Marwa, and how to pelt the Jamarat, and many more.
But the civic aspects, all the things that's needed with the, starting from how to prepare, where to get the form for the Hajj, where to even pay for your Hajj fare, how to get your passport, what are the medication that you're supposed to prepare before you go, then come to the prohibit item in the airport, what you're supposed to carry and what you are not supposed to carry. Prohibit item in Nigeria, prohibit item in the Holy Land, that's where we are going to. How to relate to other nations when you go there.
While in the zones, the officials assigned are to also look into the peculiar challenges of each zone. This will enable NAHCON to come up with solutions.
We have the manpower to go to all these zones at once. So then we come back to the headquarters, and each and every delegate will come and tell their own view, what the problem of their zone, how to solve it, what is the way forward. Then before now we go for another verification.
As NAHCON is strategizing for effective pilgrims awareness campaigns, so also the states.
We have prepared ourselves for the enlightenment. We have a management meeting, and we have already set a date, the second week of March, to embark on enlightenment of pilgrims from their various zones. And the director of Da'wah and Enlightenment and his team are ready to carry out this assignment.
For the 2023 Hajj, we have been studying the intended pilgrims about how to really learn on what pilgrimage is really about. That is, they should go to the ulama. There are various ulama, so that they will teach them on how to perform Hajj. Why that is because we don't want them to just waste their money. Because if you pay on Hajj and you go to Hajj without learning the principles and the rudiments of Hajj, you may end up just wasting your money.
With regards to pilgrim enlightenment in my states, the board is organizing enlightenment programs in print and media, electronics and print media in the state. And then we are also using our local government Hajj schedule officers who usually organize enlightenment lectures for the intending pilgrims from various local governments.
As part of the enlightenment exercise, states engage pilgrims in mock Hajj rites. This makes learning easy for the pilgrims.
We want to do a lecture method as though we are doing it before. We want to do a demonstration method. Then we want to use a PowerPoint then to shoot it and people to see it, how it's happened from the day of when you enter Saudi Arabia, then how you perform your tawaf, how you went to Safa and Marwa, and gradually like this up to the Arafat, Mina, Muzdalifah.
The efforts of the state's boards are supported in this drive by National Ulama team constituted by NAHCON.
This National Ulama team will remind them what their Malam taught them at Nigeria a day before the activities. If they are going for Tawaf today, let's say tomorrow, so they will teach them what are they going to do in Tawaf. If they are in Mina, they continue spread in their tents, different tents, and continue teach them, orient them about what they are going to do next. Come back to the Arafah. They also spread in different tents and teach them what they are going to do. Even when they come back to Mecca, that is work of National Ulama team.
Obviously, the attention being paid to pilgrims' enlightenment by the National Hajj Commission of Nigeria, NAHCON, State Pilgrims Welfare Boards, and as well all critical stakeholders of the Commission underscores the importance attached to the exercise. What remains is for pilgrims to imbibe all the teachings in order to earn Hajj Mabrur.
لبيك اللهم لبيك لبيك لا شريك لك لبيك.
MashaAllah. Coming up next is Making the Hajj. Tonight, Dr. Khalid Aliyu takes us through discussions on Tawaf as a pillar of Hajj and Umrah. Let's hear him.
لبيك لبيك اللهم لبيك 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 اللهم لبيك.
Tawaf, or circumambulation of the Kaaba, is a pillar of Hajj and or Umrah. When performing the Tawaf, pilgrims moving anti-clockwise are expected to go around the Kaaba 7 times. How then is the Tawaf performed? When to perform it? What are the different types of Tawaf? On Making the Hajj tonight, Dr. Aliyu Khalid answers these and other questions. He said the corner of Hajar al-Aswad or the black stone and the green light marks at Haram are the signs indicating the point where to start Tawaf.
When you come and you enter the surrounding of the masjid of the Kaaba, you pray Bismillah wa salatu wa salam ala Rasulullah Allahumma ghfir li dhunubi waftah li abwab rahmatik, the usual prayer when you enter a mosque, and you do it and you stand by Hajar al-Aswad, you stand on your left hand side, just the direction of Hajar al-Aswad, that is by your left hand side, and you make your intention in the heart, meaning that coming there is enough an intention, and you begin to go round. If you come, it is sunnah to kiss the Hajar al-Aswad, which is impossible today because of the number of people. Then you can just raise your arm and then kiss, and you go 7 times, invoking the name of Allah.
Associated with the Tawaf is the hastening of the pace, called Raml, for pilgrims in the first 3 rounds.
The first 3 should be in a jogging form, a little jogging, 3, and the last 4 naturally go the way you walk. But today, because of the zahma, because of the people, sometimes you may not be able to even have the time to do the little jogging, not running, yes, jogging the first 3 rounds. If you don't, then you can naturally walk and do it, and that it is important that you don't you don't injure others, you don't smash the legs of others, you don't open like this, and so be gentle, because we're all guests of Allah.
There is also the ittiba, which is the practice of exposing the right hand shoulder during tawaf. This is also for the male pilgrims only. There are different types of tawaf. They are tawaf al-qudum, tawaf ifada, and tawaf al-wada. Associated with the Hajj is tawaf ifada. This type of tawaf is also known as tawaf al-ziyara, tawaf al-hajj, tawaf al-fard, or tawaf al-rukn.
Tawaf al-ifada means tawaf al-ziyara, because you are visiting the sacred house after the Arafah, you are coming. So that is a rukun, is a pillar. Because if you miss it, then your Hajj is vitiated. But you can, the tawaf al-qudum, you can give a blood of an animal to expiate or to pay for missing that.
Apart from the supplication recommended at the Rukn al-Yaman, pilgrims are allowed to offer supplications of their choice. Similarly, tawaf, just like salat, must be performed with ablutions. At the end of the tawaf, pilgrims are expected to perform 2 rak'ah salah behind Maqam Ibrahim if possible, and when this is not possible, they can do it anywhere within the haram. The tawaf for Hajj or tawaf al-ifada is compulsory for pilgrims and cannot be done by proxy.
No tawaf is done on behalf of somebody. Let him get rest or get well and then he does it. But one can perform Hajj on behalf of somebody, if it is Hajj. But one can also go for Jamarat, to stand, to throw stones on behalf of somebody because of an inherent sickness. But tawaf, no.
The Islamic scholar said during tawaf, pilgrims must avoid being distracted by making noise or taking pictures, among other mistakes.
It is now time to know the winner of last week's quiz, as well as the question for this week. Good luck.
لبيك لبيك اللهم لبيك.
Welcome to the quiz segment. The question in the last episode was, mention 3 messages entrenched in the Talbiyah. The correct answer is oneness of Allah, humility, and submission to the will of Allah. The winner is Yusuf Abdul Muiz from Ibadan or your state. He provided the answer ahead of others. Yusuf Abdul Muiz will be contacted on how NAHCON will reach him with the prize he won. A quiz winner will get 25,000 Naira cash prize. This is part of NAHCON's effort in social investment in Nigeria. Now to the quiz for this week, and the question is, list 3 other names that Tawafful Ifada can be called. Again, list 3 other names that Tawafful Ifada can be called. Text your answer to the number showing on your screen. The winner will be the first person whose correct answer is received. All answers should carry the name and location of sender. Good luck and happy viewing.
Once again, good luck to you. Up next are your messages.
After watching this program on our Facebook page, Abu Bakr Isa Muhammad made this comment. Keep up the good work. May Allah continue to guide NAHCON staff, producers, presenters, and anybody associated with the program as you answer the call. My prayer is to be among those who will perform Hajj in my lifetime. Fatima Abba will go from Borno State sent in this message. It reads, Salamu alaikum NAHCON. I watch your program regularly. Please sustain the momentum.
This is where we draw the curtains on today's program. See you same time next week for another edition of the program. Remember that you can send your messages, comments, observations and questions through our mobile phone number and other social media platforms showing on your screen. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.
لبيك اللهم لبيك لبيك لا شريك لك لبيك إن الحمد والنعمة لك والملك لا شريك لك لبيك اللهم لبيك لبيك لا